We are up at Sparrowfarts again here in Ladakh, and we are off to one of the most iconic monasteries in all of Ladakh. Now, last time we were up this early to go to Tikse, we even beat the monks, which means we waited around a while. So let's hope that doesn't happen again. Let's hit the road. Guys, welcome to Hemis Monastery. I tell you what, almost got frostbite on the way out here, bloody freezing. Had to stop and get Guy to warm me up a few times. And one of the problems is I've been having to wear thongs around because I've got this ingrown toenail, so which makes it impossible to wear shoes. So, and if I'm right, I think this is the largest monastery in Ladakh, love, or?
Yeah, it's quite big. It's actually tucked into the rock mountain.
Yep.
And you won't be able to see until you kind of turn the corner around the mountain. So it's just beautiful.
All right, guys, let's go and see if we can see the morning prayers and mantras.
Yeah, so apparently this Hemis Monastery is the largest and actually the wealthiest monastery all in Ladakh because it has that copper Buddha statue, and also there's lots of artifacts and tankas. And they also have stupas that are made of gold and silvers.
We are in, guys. I'm not sure if we're going to be allowed to film inside or take any footage at all, but we'll soon find out. I mean, it seems possibly a bit more stricter than Tikse, maybe because of its distance from Leh. We are about 40 kilometers out of Leh, where Tikse is about halfway between there and here, so we'll find out. It's well, at the moment it's pretty quiet. We've only seen literally 3 monks, so it is. I'm still trying to thaw out, so we'll see how we go. You're looking cold there, Chook. What's going on?
Cold and sunny at the same time. I don't know. I can't make up my mind. Yeah, the wind is freezing.
Yeah. Guys, it's one of the coldest monasteries we've been to so far.
Yes.
It's kind of tucked into the rocks, so it's, I don't know, something about it just makes it drop even like 5-10 degrees, I don't know.
Easily.
But like compared to Tikse is like a sauna, so but the morning mantras and prayers was beautiful. Inside the temple, the main temple, actually, it is even colder. I don't know how the monks are sitting around just in a thin layer of robe, but they got through it. And so they're off to brekkie now. We actually got invited to breakfast, but we kind of thought might be a bit odd. We are the only two foreigners here. It's kind of strange compared to Tikse. When you showed up there, there's usually, let's say at least 10 foreigners when you go there in the morning. But out here at Hemis, there's no foreigners, but there's more monks, which is good. Maybe the monks moved from Tikse over here because they just get sick of seeing foreigners, maybe. So anyway, we'll have a look around, see what we can find. We have found an old school kitchen. I'm not sure if it's in use anymore. I think there was some remnants of fire in that, but people are throwing money in here, so I think it might be remnants of a bygone era. Actually, over here, this is hot. This has definitely been boiling something. I don't want to open it up.
There's still some tea in here.
So some tea? Ah, so they...
Copper kettle.
There you go. There's butter tea in there. So in the morning puja, there's water in here, that don't look too good. You get like a milk tea first, and then you get a butter tea. And butter tea is famous through Ladakh, Nepal and Tibet, because it's good for high altitude, gives you good energy. Better than drinking chai all the time up here, but if you're not used to having butter in your tea, then it's uncommon. That guy was saying the other day,
Yeah, in the West, we are drinking bullet coffee nowadays with the ketogenic diet and high-fat diet and whatnot. We drop a couple of teaspoons of butter in the coffees and whatnot, and they promote it as a new thing. But in Tibet or up here in Ladakh, they've been drinking for thousands of years. So it's not a new thing at all, because butter tea and a little bit of salt that generates more water within the body and high fat, so it's good to fight this cold as well. So yeah, it's been drinking for thousands of years. It's not new phenomena at all.
yeah, that's what we often do though, right? We often grab something from somewhere else and say, hey, look, we got this new thing, but no, it's not new. It's thousands of years old. What's that one made of, love? That's made of leather or something?
Leather.
My goodness.
Leather, and they cover it with some sort of cloth inside, and it looks very old, obviously.
Very old, yeah.
Still going though.
Yeah. Old school prayer wheels.
Yes.
Look at these. Look at this. This one's a bit open. You can actually feel the scriptures in there. You can feel them in there. There's more kitchen over here. The only problem with us coming out this early is that not much is open. Only the main temple was open, obviously for the morning mantras and prayers, but as you can see here, all the little shrines and temples are locked. Here's a wooden one. That's definitely seen better days. This one's doing a bit of an angle thing. It's really nice to see this though. And that Hemis are keeping that older tradition alive. Even though obviously the new prayer wheels are something else. As you guys can see up here, this monastery is huge, man. There's heaps of residents around. Some sort of stupa up on top of that mountain up there. Not really feeling that adventurous this morning, to be honest. It's too cold. A couple of stupas over here. There's always a lot of construction work going on. We've noticed that a lot of monasteries. Don't know if things are falling apart. They're building something here. There's all accommodation here for monks. You can see a little bit of smoke rising there. That's where the kitchen is down there. That looks like a newer area there. You can see the monk on top of the roof there. Wow, I tell you, in this little rock cul-de-sac, it's freezing. Guys, we are taking a little temporary break. We've came down the mountain for breakfast to one of our favourite restaurants actually in and around Lake called Riwo. It's actually in Karu village. Best food here, isn't it?
Yeah, super. People, great people, food, excellent.
Super, yeah. So it's strange up there at Hemis at the moment because we were there early, but they weren't opening some parts of the temple, so we didn't know why. So we thought we'd come down, have a feed bag, go back up there, and
hopefully it's a bit warmer up there, and hopefully things are open. Actually, we want to see what's inside.
And we'll see, yeah, if we can get inside or if it's still locked. It's a little bit strange, the Hemis Monastery, which we'll probably talk about a bit later, but we'll show you what we're getting for breakfast.
And you?
Oh yeah, well, look, have a look. As you guys can see out there, that's Hemis up there. Well, it's part of Hemis. A big part of the monastery is sort of just tucked, and that's the big stupa, which we'll show you guys when we head back up there after brekkie. Guys, we got our breakfast. What are we eating here, love?
So, puri bhaji, the Indian breakfast. One of the best.
One of the best, huh?
Yes.
So what do we get? What do we get with this? We get...
Yeah, so it's like a deep fried flatbread with some vegetable curry and some onion and some pickle and curd.
That's a pickle. Yeah, guys, I know it might sound a bit strange with the old Spanish onion there. In India, for whatever reason, like...
Salad.
So in Thailand and like Vietnam and that, to cool your mouth after eating hot food, you have like cucumber, you know, tomato. Here, Spanish
onion. Spanish onion. Or chili.
Or chili, yeah. Well, that'll put the fire out. We just finished breakfast and we're going back up the Hemis. And on the way, there's actually this magnificent stupa here, which you can actually see from a mile away. You can actually see from our place. Way down there in the valley, you can probably see Stupa Monastery, and then behind that, Tiksay. So we're kind of a bit halfway kind of between Karu village here and Stupa Monastery there. Beautiful area, all of this area. And so, look at this stupa. It's magnificent. And inside, can't really see from here, I don't think. Can you guys see in there? There's a sand mandala, and then this guy. And so there's a sand mandala in there. It's got some age on it. If any of you know the tradition, usually they'll make a sand mandala and then they'll just rub it out. It's just part of the Vajrayana tradition. You can probably get a better look at it there. I'm not sure if... No, I can't get in there, I don't think. So, it's quite a stupa, it's a big one. So, as you see, I'll give you a shot from a distance, but it's magnificent. Like, so where we're having breakfast, you can see this Stupa, which you can see it going all the way up to Hemis up in here. The main monastery, Hemis, is kind of just tucked in there, but you can kind of see the upper part, the top sort of buildings there, sort of. And so, just wanted to show you guys that because it's magnificent. Well, I'm not sure if that is supposed to be like that, but it doesn't matter anyway because you can't get in. So. Childproof for heathens like myself. On the second layer, I opened this window in the stupa, and look, there's a hole underneath here. Not much action going on. There's some artwork in here. It really looks just like a storage facility. So guys, we arrived back, and even though we were here all morning, the ticket counter is open, so they've charged us 100 rupee each. So not that that's a lot of money, but they've got a little bit of a graft going on out here, if you know what I mean. So which we
before when we came here, all the gates were open, but the ticket counter wasn't open.
Yeah.
We could get in without purchasing tickets, and now because the tourist hours are open, so we need to buy tickets.
Yeah, they're charging us. What a stitch up. Now as you can see, the Buddha temple is open and the museum is open because the tourists are here. So why it's not open at 9 o'clock, I have no idea. So I'm guessing that this is the copper Buddha in the Buddha temple. It's actually a pretty impressive temple. They've updated a lot of the artwork here. It's not like some of the older ones with the crushed gems and crushed stone that actually lasts a lot longer than the paint we use these days. But I think they've painted over these with, yeah, painted over the old crushed gem style with modern day paint, which does not last, as you've probably seen in previous vlogs. See, that's the crushed gem style. I think it's a bit lighter, but it preserves really well up in high altitude. And look at these stupas, man. Look at this. Oh my goodness. Look at that. That is impressive. It's really quite something. It would be nice to see this when it's active, like this morning when we were in the main hall. I'm guessing they might do night mantras in here, which would make sense. Just have a look on the side here. Look at the copper Buddha. Wow, that's impressive. They've retouched his face and his hair, which is pretty common actually. And you can see these wood pillars, which you probably saw in the main hall that we were in this morning, which actually feels a bit older than this one. But these wooden pillars and rafters are just breathtaking. And as you guys probably already know, that these are for the monks. They sit the scriptures so they can read. You see here, where the main monks will be here, who actually don't need a book. It's all memorized. Look at this. This is amazing. Behind me is a magnificent Padmasambhava temple here at Hemis, and Guy and I spent a little samadhi time in there, but for whatever reason no one comes up here. So everyone goes to the museum here, everyone goes to the main hall and the Buddha hall, and then this one, it's super quiet. Maybe that's why no one comes. Guys, it is freezing. It is absolutely freezing. We actually went down into the museum. The museum is amazing. It's worth it, but it is really cold down there in May. It's in the basement, so oh my goodness, I had to get out. I just couldn't handle it anymore. Even with the sun out, doesn't matter at all. What's your impressions of Hemis, love?
It's beautiful. I like its rich history, and where it's located, just tucked around the corner of the valley. That's why it's beautiful, but that is why it is bloody freezing. Although we are in like 2 in the afternoon, it's cold. Yes. Yeah, morning prayer was very nice, and but I must admit, I personally like the Hemis Monastery morning prayer was a little bit better, in a sense that I felt more felt it to the heart, as in they seem more genuine, and they're much lesser amount of monks in the morning, so you could feel how sincere their practice was, as opposed to at this Hemis Monastery. As soon as their prayer finished, they're like as if like they waited for that moment that everyone just like rushing to get out. Just get out of the main hall just to have breakfast or something like that. But yeah, everything is nice at this Hemis Monastery, and yeah, the museum was beautiful. They had a really unique artifacts and tankas, just only to be found around Ladakh and Kashmir. In fact, there is a rich history of Buddhism in Kashmir as well, which is mind-blowing.
Yeah, I have to agree with Guy. I think I prefer Hemis, but it is good to come here and you start to learn about the Drukpa lineage and everything like that. It's amazing. Now, as opposed to it being the wealthiest monastery in Ladakh, that's probably what it puts me off a little bit about it, because you do see monks, there's a lot of things here. They have cars, they have mobile phones, and I'm still, I can never get my head around why monks have mobile phones, like, because that sort of flies in the face of the Buddha's teachings, you know, in regards to attachment and worldliness, and, you know, getting involved in worldly affairs. So, you know, I'm not for that. Obviously they can communicate however they want, but, you know, you'll never get me to agree with that. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the Hemis journey, and we'll see you guys in the next Ladakh adventure.